let's talk about Courtney and Will in this last episode of Life After Lockup. So Will and Courtney were meeting up with the producers to do their final interview together. And I thought, okay, like the last time they probably seen each other was when Courtney gave Will the divorce papers. And Courtney's talking about, oh, I can't wait till this interview's over with. She sounds like she is done and has been done with Will. Meanwhile, Courtney has Will so stressed out. She's got this man out here day drinking, talking about his sorrows. He said that he was hopeful that maybe there was a chance for their marriage. He said after, I guess, he got the divorce papers from Courtney, like it was really sinking in. And he's like, well, am I making the right decision? Did I make like a knee-jerk decision based off my emotions at the time? And like, is she really wifey potential? And he was doubting himself, but then he saw Courtney pull up to this interview with a whole nother guy, and now he just feels like a freaking idiot. He went from thinking, oh, maybe she just doesn't know how to love, to back to thinking she's a hoe again. And he was telling producers, like, I just feel like an idiot because all my worst fears came true. I all of a sudden picked up, went back to California, and she just all of a sudden quit answering my phone calls. And he says he doesn't have like 100% proof that she was cheating on him, but his gut instinct is telling him that she was, and his gut instinct is exactly right. I mean, why else would she be ignoring him for days? She only wants to talk to him and be around him when she's financially benefiting from it. And Will said that he feels like something's happening, and I can't wait for him to watch this season. I know it's going to be a hard watch for him, but I bet he's going to feel so validated when he sees that all the things he was assuming is exactly what was going on. She was hanging out with Mark, and then Mark, her splendid daddy, was bragging about, oh yeah, I got the kitty cat. And I know he's going to be like, yeah, I'm so glad I listened to my gut instinct, especially with the fact she pulled up with another man. Like, if she wanted to fix this marriage, then she wouldn't want to damage the marriage any more than she already has. You can tell that Will is hurt deep down, and he was like laughing about this situation, even though he admitted this is the most embarrassing thing he's ever gone through in his life. Like, I can't imagine like what he was telling his family members, having to explain what happened with Courtney, and they probably weren't approving of all this because we never saw them on the show. But he was sitting there laughing to try to cope with it, and I think that's what Courtney does to cope with everything too. She just laughs it off, and her and Will eventually sat down for their last interview, and she just pretty much laughed her way through the whole interview. She was asked who the guy was that dropped her off. She said, look, he's just a friend, but I definitely am attracted to him. And she said that she just met him today, and I wouldn't be shocked if that's the guy that she's now currently dating. Will was cracking me up with all his eye rolls and all the faces he was making, like this girl's full of it. And he asked Courtney, like, how many guys has it been now? Like, at least a dozen since I've been gone, and I'm sure it's probably close to that. And she just will not answer the question. She laughs it off, and I think that's how she copes with it, and I think that's how she wants to handle it, because she knows she's not a good liar, and if she answers the question, she's just gonna smile and it's gonna be obvious she's laughing. So she would just rather not answer the question at all. And Will was like, look, I don't understand why you're laughing this off, because I was the guy who actually loved you. I'm one of those guys that you know what you're getting every single day. And you know what? That's powerful, you know, because when you have somebody you never know what you're going to get and they're unpredictable as hell, that can affect your mental health so much. And just like having stability can just make such a difference in someone's life. But I don't think that's what Courtney wants. Courtney is not ready to settle down. She still wants to live the fast-paced lifestyle. She doesn't want to just slow down and be at home. She wants to be outside, selling coochie, having splendid daddies. That's the kind of lifestyle she's after right now. Like, the whole getting married thing, I think she did that strictly just to be on the show, and just she thought that Will was probably going to be somebody that she could get money out of if she did stay with him or if they got divorced, since he had a good career. I'll give it to Will. He held his own. Courtney was like, well, look, I don't like being around you or dealing with you because you're just like a negative Nancy. And Will said, look, I started being like that because you weren't answering my phone calls whenever we had consistent communication, and when you were locked up behind bars, we were laughing and enjoying ourselves. But as soon as you ignored me and wanted to act like I didn't exist, yeah, I'm going to start feeling bitter and feel some type of way. And Courtney really didn't have anything to say to that. Then Will realized he was starting to get amped up, and he's like, you know what, I'm not gonna let this woman get me out of character anymore. So he's like, I'm gonna step outside, have me a little smoke, and I don't have anything else to say to Courtney. I don't want to ever see her again. And while he was outside smoking, he revealed that him and Courtney just banged 4 days ago. And you know she wasn't giving that coochie away for free, so I'm sure he ended up giving her some money. I'm sure it probably wasn't as much as she wanted, but I'm sure he broke her off something. No wonder why every time we see Will, it seems like he's getting his heart broken all over again, because every time he allows himself to start to heal, he has to go picking at the wound again, and he just cannot leave Courtney alone. I think he really thought, okay, let me go hang out with her, let me pipe her down real good, let me lick on that kitty for a good hour and give her the best sex she's ever had, and then I'll show her what she's missing, and she's just gonna be head over heels in love with me and want to be back with me and start calling me every day. But the thing is, she sees you as a sugar daddy, dude, not as a husband. She is not physically attracted to him. I'm not buying it one bit, and I don't think she sees sex as enjoyable with him. I think she sees it as a job. Of course, she's going to act like she enjoys it when she's doing it because she wants him to have it more so she can get some more money out of it. But just because he thinks, oh, I can just have sex and fall in love with her again, it's not like that for Courtney. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.